We're here at Kings Lutheran Church in Roseville, Minnesota, talking to a member of the Hmong congregation that worships there, whose name is Phouma. Welcome. I guess I'd like to start by asking you, how is it that you came to be here at King of Kings?
Well, I don't really recall exactly the specific, but it just happened that we were doing a celebration for my mother. And it happens that one of the individual in there had some type of relationship to the Kings of Kings. And they heard little stories about how I became a shaman and some of the struggle that I encounter periodically being a shaman practitioner. And these encounter or these spiritual battle had consumed my life. And this individual was having the conversation with my mother, and they said, well, why don't we just started this new congregation at Kings of Kings. Would it be okay for your son to come and see our ministry, to see the church, the Kings of Kings Lutheran Church? And so with that invitation, I came and sat and just not participating, but just said, and hearing all these gospel, these sounds, these energy, these voices, calling my soul or touching my soul. And that's how it just ignite that invitation, that warm feeling. And it took me a whole year to fully accept the membership here at Kings of Kings.
So talk about that journey. What kind of things happened in your heart? What kind of things did you experience on that journey that made it so you could have a relationship with Jesus Christ?
It's that warm energy, that energy that is so hard, that mathematically wise, that by words you cannot describe. It's just that gravitational energy just said, you feel, your heart just feel content, and you feel with the full conscious, say that this is a warm place, this is a good place, this is a place that you could grow. And I'm not sure what that growth was, but at the time there was that hope inside my heart that if you go to this place, something good will happen out of it. So that's how I feel. I'm not exactly sure, but there's just in that heart that propel me and says, give it a chance for that hope and allow that hope to grow and learn about Jesus and learn about Lutheran and learn about church.
So that was a process, and you said it was a year before you came, and then you actually became a member here, part of the Hmong Lutheran Church that meets here. What kind of joys have you experienced since that time?
Coming from a shamanistic point of view to a Christian side, it's like 180. It's a huge change and a huge commitment. And so because of that commitment, because of the huge change, I asked for patience.
So that led to your baptism?
And that led to my baptism.
Describe that event for us.
Well, I was full of joy the night before. I don't know the feeling of it to describe it, but I feel like this whole wave, these massive misunderstanding, these struggles, these sinful things in my past, or even during that time, it feels so light. It's not heavy. And so I was just excited for it the night before, and it's more excited during the day of baptism. Even though it's just a very simple procedure where you go up and then the pastor say a couple of things and then put some water on the temple. But for me at the time, at that day, it was very special in a way that words like a definite word could not be injected in that conversation. It's just the feel was you don't feel trapped, you feel free. So there's this whole energy of enlightenment. I don't know how. I think that probably would be a word that surrounded the enlightenment piece.
Well, very good. We praise God that you're here.
I thank God, and I thank Jesus, giving me a direction. Once in our lifetime, especially in my case, I don't have my father passed away. I didn't have a father figure. I didn't have any uncle on my father's side. So life was very challenging, and I had to learn to be a grown up, and I had to learn to be a man, and I had to make very tough decisions. I had to take care of my siblings, take care of families, take care of people around me. And at the time, with being 21, 22, 23 there, very challenging, but I had to make very tough decisions. And going back to where I didn't have a father, God, Jesus kind of played that role of being a father figure. And so it was just a right fit in the right environment, right situation. And now I have someone or something that I can yearn for confidence, for guidance, for direction.